If you're someone who doesn't give a damn about how fast the world is moving past you, because you enjoy living life at your own pace, assured of who you are and who you want to be, then the Royal Enfield Classic is your ride for life. The legacy of Classic is a testimony to why specifications are merely numbers that matter very little. The joy of motorcycling lies in how the ride makes you feel, the memories you create, and the places the motorcycle can take you to. With the Classic reborn for this day and age, let's see if the magic can entice the upcoming generation. Starting with things I like. The engine is addictive in a very soothing way, as it's all about low to mid-range torque. It's the smoothest Royal Enfield I've driven so far, and it's amazing they've managed to retain most of the signature thump and character. There are no vibrations until 80 kmph, and that's the sweet spot of the engine. You will love driving this within the city and cruising on the highway if you're comfortable with legal driving speeds. The sound of this thumper put me in Zen mode even while hustling in Chennai amidst all the traffic, bad roads, and of course, the recklessness. In fact, I like this sound more than my parallel twin, as there seems to be more pop and thump at lower revs. The rider triangle is as comfortable as it's ever been, with no fatigue on your arms and shoulders, even on longer rides. It handles very confidently on all terrains and makes you feel assured wherever you go. Seat comfort is also great and gets even better with an additional touring seat. Shifting gears was surprisingly a slick experience and felt very easy, except the clutch lever may come across as slightly hard for new riders. The suspension is a fine balance between stiff and plush, making it suitable for office commutes and even the mountains. Very impressive. Oh, and I completely missed how good looking this bike is. I have a thing for old school design, and I love how they've retained the OG Classic DNA. Finally, it's taken the Classic to be reborn for the inclusion of a fuel indicator. Thank you, Royal Enfield. When you realize how much of a generational upgrade this has been, you'll appreciate how much Royal Enfield listens to its customers and works on it, though they do take their time. Moving on to things I dislike. At times when you want to get moving quickly, the engine feels lethargic and reminds you of its limitations. It's not built for speed or acceleration, and if you want that, you need to look elsewhere. Braking is also equally lethargic, and the stopping distance is not the shortest, so you do feel restricted inside the city. The weight and engine dynamics together rob the nimbleness the CB350 offers. Quality and reliability seems to be a lottery, as there are those who enjoy a stress-free experience and some who are frustrated with the build quality, electricals, and battery. This is something Royal Enfield has been notorious for and continues to be until today. There's a sticky throttle issue that some owners face, where the throttle works in cruise control even when your hands are off. Cleaning the throttle body seems to resolve this issue, but it's something Royal Enfield needs to quality control. The verdict: keeping things simple is the magic behind the longevity of the Classic. In its incarnation, the legacy grows stronger through the Gen Z taking it forward. As a leader of its segment, comparing it to other small players, the Highness is built well, feels faster, and more nimble than the RE. But the tall gearing makes it a lot of work within the city. You will have to keep shifting gears often as compared to the Classic, which loves to settle down at any gear and pulls cleanly. Also, the Highness doesn't feel like it owns the character of a thumper, and the sound seems to be playing from the exhaust. But with the Classic, you feel the thump right from the engine. So between the two, I would opt for the Classic 350 for that engine and zen-like riding experience. I haven't managed to ride the X440 yet, but based on my study, it seems to be a more powerful thumper with little more zing than the Classic. But can Hero take the fight to RE? Let's wait and watch. At the end of the day, it's not just numbers or outright performance that elevates a motorcycling experience. It's something more. The Classic is unapologetically slow, simple, and gets the job done with an unflinching character. So if you can't appreciate its legacy, it's okay. But the Classic is here to stay for those who love one thing above all. That's character, and that's Classic.